first of all, I would like to welcome all of you to Copenhagen and to Denmark. I look forward to the next couple of days. We are going to have an informal meeting in the European Council, and tomorrow the European political community will gather here in Copenhagen. Our main task and our main goal is, of course, to discuss security and defense, deterrence, including drones and help to Ukraine, and also migration will be put on the agenda. Sorry? Yes, we do. We have been supportive all the way through this war. That Europe has to do more, also on the financing question. And I think the idea from the Commission is actually quite a good way forward. Huh? Of course, there are some legal questions that has to be asked, and I'm confident that we will find a way through this. But the whole idea of using the frozen assets, I think, is a good idea.
On the European flagship projects, there still seems to be a lot of withholding from the member states, especially the southern member states. How do you think there's going to be a common European approach on this?
Let me be very clear. There has to be a common European goal on this. Otherwise, we will be divided, and that is not the right way forward for Europe. I think we have to leave our national perspective, talking about security in Europe, and look at the pattern with the hybrid war going on, and look at the war in Ukraine not as a war in a European country, Ukraine, but as a Russian attempt to threaten all of us. So if you look at Ukraine from a European perspective instead of a national perspective, if you look at Russia and hybrid war from a European perspective instead of from your own national perspective, then I think everybody has to be on the same page, that we have to rearm all of us.
But how do you want to convince Italy or Spain that this is the way forward?
Well, I put the arguments on the table that I think are the right ones. I hope that everybody recognizes now that there is a hybrid war, and one day it's Poland, the other day it's Denmark, and next week it will probably somewhere else that we see sabotage, or we see drones flying, or we see you can there are many different kind of episodes. So I see this from a European perspective. There is only one country that are willing to threat us, and it is Russia, and therefore we need a very strong answer back.
BBC News. So you're saying you believe Russia is already conducting a hybrid war. Can I ask you, do you also think that Denmark and Europe has been left to look very exposed and vulnerable and unprepared?
It is a part of the nature of a hybrid war to do exactly what's going on in Europe right now. And of course, I want us to rearm. I want us to buy more capabilities. I want us to innovate more, for example, on drones. But at the same time, we have to be very, very transparent and frank. In a hybrid war, you cannot defend yourself against all different kind of activities. It's the whole idea of a hybrid war, to do many different things at the same time. So yes, we have to do more, but I don't think we will ever reach a conclusion where no drones are flying into Europe or no sabotage will be seen. So yes, we have to do more, but we also have to be frank that hybrid war is about, threatening us and committing all different kinds of crimes and activities all the time.
How serious a threat do you think this is to Europe now?
I think it is serious. I think the war in Ukraine is very serious. When I look at Europe today, I think we are in the most difficult and dangerous situation since the end of the Second World War, not the Cold War anymore.
What do you think about shooting down those overflights like that?
You are asking about shooting down drones. Well, I am in general, I'm in favor of that. There is a mandate in Denmark to try to get them down. Of course, it has to be done in a right way because there is a civil society that has to be able to function. But there is a mandate to do it in Denmark. Okay, thank you.